Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and the thumbnail or this is the perfect reading for you, delivered at the perfect time in timely fashion, courtesy of the universe through the language of synchronicity. This is collective or general reading. Take what works for you, leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading, meaning if you're watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life then? That will give you further clarity as to your situation now. We're going to begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. We have the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is the promise of ultimate fulfillment in love. So this is representing, you love your partner loves you, you love your children, you love where you live, you love the country, you love your career, you love the clients and the people you work with. Everything is lovely in a perfectly imperfect world, as perfect as it can be. We have the 10, and yet at the same time we have this card here. So this is talking about, the 10 of Wands is talking about action. The wands represent the element of fire, and they represent passion and action. These are seeds that this person has sown through actions of his own and from accepting the actions of others towards him. And this is talking about, he's on his way home and he's so close, but he can't see he's that close, and he's got a very, very heavy load here. So this can be representing an energy of, the seeds that he planted. There could be some of these wands are heavy with the fruit of his labor, and they are beneficial, and some of them might be burdens that he's carrying, and some of those burdens are maybe from others. One example of a burden that could be from himself is even having purchased maybe a house 5 years ago, and he's lived there, he's enjoyed it, he got it for a good price, it's gone up in value, but it needs work before he can sell it, and he wants to move right now. So what is something that is an asset has become burdensome to him, because he would just prefer to sell it, but the market is maybe a little soft and he's going to have to do some work. That's the kind of energy. And the other part could be carrying burdens that absolutely don't belong to him, that he's been carrying for other people. This load is clearly too heavy for him, so he needs to put something down. He needs to figure that out, starting, number one, with the burdens from other people. Put them down in the field there. When you get to the castle, he doesn't realize how close he is. And this energy is when people say, you can't see the forest because of the trees, because he's got his head so close to those wands, he can't see the big picture anymore. He can't see that he's almost home, and that, there's no reason why he should be carrying these heavy burdens that don't belong to him. Then we have this energy of the star. Yeah, because it's time to shine. Basically, this is saying the star energy is representing someone who's on their destined path. And this is talking about, they have their right foot in the water of the universal pool, and they are adding their own element to it. We each have our own unique qualities that we bring to the earth when we come through. And this is talking about taking those qualities and adding them to the beauty of the earth. There's 5 streams of water coming out of here. And those 5 streams represent the 5 points on the star, on the pentacle. The pentacles represent this energy of health, wealth, and happiness in the 3rd dimensional world. So this person is following their North Star. Your North Star is your destined path. We have the Queen of Swords here. So the Queen of Swords has learned the art of discernment. She has her head above the clouds, has clarity, perhaps after not having clarity, after carrying, she put the burden down and now she can see again. See, that's the energy. And she has her right hand out, her left hand out, showing that she wants this. She wants to receive this beautiful lifestyle and all this love, but she also has her right sword up, because she's been there, done that, and has the t-shirt to prove it. She is not in the mood for any bullshit. She's got her right hand on her sword, And if anyone comes towards her with a bunch of bullshit and they're just trying to bullshit her, she will say off with their heads, and she won't have one problem doing it. She knows exactly what she wants, where she wants to go. She wants to be on her destined path. She does not want to put up with anyone else's bullshit, and you know, that's where she's at. She's considered the coldest of the 4 queens in the minor tarot, or in the minor arcana, but that's not her true nature. It's just the way she has become, because she's just been through too much shift. And this is talking about, she launched 8 of these pentacles, I feel. So at least 2 of these need to be put down in the field, and she's perhaps put them down, and that's what's given her clarity. This is representing kind of the energy, you know, of the Sagittarius, the centaur, and they've got the bow and arrow, and they let it go, you know, all the arrows to hit the target in the sky, and then boom, 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 they come down and they land. So this is talking about something is coming in quickly. It's already on its way. It's been launched, and I feel that was from the decision to be able to put down other people's burdens and realize it's time for her to shine, doing what she came here on earth to do, and she's already launched it. Boom, just like that. The Chariot's on its way. So this is saying, yes, it's already coming in from the spiritual realm, and she is ready. This is already in motion. The Chariot represents you're on your path now. You're definitely moving forward. And you notice there's no reins here, because there's no needs for reins, because this is God's path, and it's sort of self-driven. So it's like a tank. It's just going to keep going and get you exactly where you need to go. As long as you stay on it. And then we have this energy here of the 2 of Wands. This is representing an energy of someone wanting to expand their horizons. They're standing at the top of the turret of their castle, and they are saying, you know, I feel like a big fish in a little pond. I feel like I've done everything that I can here. I want to expand my horizons. I want to add more to my life. I want to have, and this is showing a lot of passion. And so this sometimes can represent like a business, maybe someone who's an entrepreneur, and they're saying, I already have been very successful and have this one location where my business is doing really well, but perhaps there's not enough people here, and I need to expand. So this can be even going across international waters, and this also can be talking about having a passion possibly to invite someone else into their life, into their journey, so that they would become a couple. And then we have having been, definitely because of this energy here, having been in, and the energy here as well. And I feel like staying on their destined path was very challenging, but, and they got held up here for a little bit, but when they realized, okay, these are the burdens that I need to put down. Taking a rest here, taking a look around and realizing, oh my God, I'm so close to home. It's like I'm not carrying anyone else's shift for them anymore. So this energy is now, okay, I want to make my move out of these troubled waters. I know maybe this is talking about relocating, and in the physical sense. And it also can be like relocating in your mind, you know, where you want to be. And it's sitting on this star energy. So I feel like this is wanting to move off from rough waters and have some peace in your life. And that may mean, like all these swords at the front of the boat here are representing they're blocking the view. You know, like the overthinking is blocking your view of where you want to go. Very similar to this energy here. And so this is talking about going to meditate and be with God and get to calmer waters, quiet the mind, and be able to move forward. Now this adult and child quite often can represent your inner child needing some healing. This there's no baggage, and it's talking about this conveyor is taking them across to across the shore to the other side. And this is talking about he has to dig very deep with this pole to shove off out of this rough water, and then they'll be in calmer waters. And okay, so there's been some energy of the devil involved here. There's been some temptation. Something happened here. So this energy of the devil, it can involve lovers. Quite often it does, because it's about temptation and passion here. It's sitting on the passion here. And so it could be talking, there's two lovers here and they're yoked to each other, and then they're chained to Saturn's box like they're slaves here. And the devil is hunched, sitting there right kind of in between them. This represents a basic instinct, and like real base instinct, basically animal instinct. And so it's representing the fact that this relationship was more about lust than love, and perhaps that might be the burden that you put down the two wands that maybe represented you and this other person. And this energy here with the two here could be talking about that. And so this is, when the devil comes up, it means there has been temptation. Perhaps somebody has strayed. Something went wrong here, and it could have very easily involved someone who was your lover. And so this energy, you're not going to get the truth from the devil, so I always cover it with the next card up. I want to see what minion does the devil bring in, and if so, what is it about? Or does God stop the energy from happening? We have an emperor here. So the emperor is all about performance. It's someone who's sitting at the top. Now this is saying there is an emperor, someone who has a lot of power, that could be in this energy of the devil's energy, and perhaps that was your lover. And so this is someone who is very high up. This is like all four kings rolled into one person. So if this is someone, this is really someone that would be very challenging to come up against. This is an alpha male energy. And he wears his armor underneath his robe. And so he's always ready for any battle and any opportunity coming up. Now let's see what this is about here. Yeah, like it's almost like someone wanting to have total control over you, keeping you in a mental prison. This kind of energy. This talks about there being way more water here at one point, and the water represents this emotion, this rough emotion. This person feels duty bound in some way. So this is representing an energy of being tied up because of feeling like some sense of duty to possibly this emperor. I'm not sure what this is about. This could be a daughter-father relationship, something to do with that. This can talk about this emperor putting this person in this mental prison, and possibly like she feels trapped. She can't get out. She feels on some level, I don't know if there was some sort of energy here. It almost feels like he sold her soul to the devil. And so this energy there's 7 swords behind her now, and so, or sorry, seven behind her and 1 in front. So this is maybe all the tears that have been cried, and she does have her right foot forward now. Like I think there's way less water when she worked through these swords. It was that kind of energy. So her father must be someone very powerful, and somehow. You know, sometimes this talks about sacrificing, that kind of energy, having someone marry your daughter because of it being like in the, being beneficial to the country that you're from or whatever. It's that kind of energy. It's more of a mental prison, but if you've been raised with someone and you've always felt duty bound to them, and don't see any way out of that energy, it's kind of like it's imprinted on you so much from when you're a child. So this is talking about, she has thought through these swords here, and she has one more to take action with. And I feel like that's like talking about this energy here. We have 7 swords here, or sorry, we have the 6 swords here, sorry. And I feel like maybe this energy is talking about being able to get through these thoughts, but still having one thought left. And I feel that's the thought of, she's got her right foot forward on dry land, and she's got her left foot forward on the, in a puddle. Now the puddle is very shallow. I'm not saying that her emotions are shallow, but it could be an energy of there's way less emotion, and she's going to do what's best for her because she wants to step into this star energy. Yeah, and maybe she has to get out of there. Like she has to flee. Yeah, there's a lot. It's a heartbreaking decision that needs to be made. So this energy, when you look at this, I mean, it looks like a no-win situation. There's 3 swords through the heart here. But when you look again, you realize the heart is actually quite big compared to the swords. So these are more like pinpricks or that kind of energy. It's weird. I'm almost feeling like there could be another scenario here. It's almost like her father doesn't want to marry her lover or to be with her lover. Almost like Romeo and Juliet. I don't remember the story behind that. But it's that type of energy where she's in love with someone and her family doesn't want to marry that person. And there might be some political underlying energies to this. This here represents like a heartbreaking decision that has to be made. So maybe she's turning her back on the castle here in the background and all these thoughts behind her. And this also can represent the energy of other people's thoughts behind her back. I feel like she's making a decision to walk away from her family so she can go be, it could be to be with someone that she loves to be, or to be the person she wants to be. She wants to follow God's path, and maybe her family follows the path of the devil, and that's like she doesn't want to be involved in their energy. I feel it's some sort of energy like that. I mean, if you're born into a family that is maybe criminal or something, and then as you grow up you realize, hey, my family is a bunch of criminals, you know, or they belong to a cult or some sort of energy like that, then you're kind of in this position of, am I going to stay or am I going to go? Wow. So I feel this is like a very deep energy. So this card can talk about gossip and slander and a lot of harsh words being said and that kind of energy. But this card can also represent that after like some real hardship, we have a subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind. So the subconscious mind is our thoughts that we have as we're being raised. They're from when we're a baby to about 6 or 7. And this energy, our subconscious mind is basically like when we're a baby, we're a sponge and we just suck that environment in. And the thoughts of the people who are in charge of our care, and we just look up to them. You know, they're our mom and our dad, and they're our whoever it is that's looking after us. And that is heavily imprinted on us. And so if she's in a situation like this, it could be that her subconscious mind is telling her to stay. And we have the unconscious mind, and the unconscious mind is, you know, your soul's energy. And so, you know, a lot of people will say, yes, I am a human being and I have a soul. But from your soul's perspective, you're a soul traveling in a human body, and this is your vehicle to be able to navigate to get what God's plan is to be done. And so this is talking about the soul when the soul's needs aren't being met. The unconscious mind can become very loud and be arguing with the subconscious mind. Then we have the conscious mind, and the conscious mind is what we know from our own experience. We have memory of it, and we're clear on what it is. And I feel that's the clarity that she has come to. And I feel like she has made a decision. This is a mental prison. So this is more like it's not necessarily like she's being physically stopped here. I feel that she's made a decision because she wants to have love in her life, that she's made a decision that it could be that her family wants her to marry someone that's also, you know, and would be like cement her fate, basically, that's the way she's going to be. she might have someone else in the background, and she might not. It just might just totally be about having the love for herself and having that fulfillment of fulfilling her destined path that she came on earth from God, and putting down the burdens of her family and saying, no, I'm not doing it. Maybe if she does that, if she walks away, she's walking away permanently from her family and having to make that decision to cut herself off from them because she doesn't want to engage in their activities. So that, this is a difficult choice to make, but it's one I feel that she has made. She has clarity about this. She's already launching it. So let's go from the beginning here. We have carrying a lot of burdens. Now we know that the fruits of her labor are basically about being able to go to calmer waters with God and say, like, help, I don't know what to do. I feel this is her father, or someone, a father figure, someone who's in authority of her. And this is her choice to follow her own heart instead of doing what her father and the family wants. This is a huge decision for her, because she knows if she makes this decision that there's no going back after that. And but she's hopped on the chariot and she's launched it. She's already on her way. She's chosen herself. She does not want to have anything to do with this energy. She wants to be on her own path, and so she's leaving, and she might be sneaking away. That's the kind of energy. Wow, this is really intense energy. So I'm going to clarify this. If you're leaving the reading here, please do give it a like and comment if you've enjoyed it. This is Random Shift. I'll tell you what, when these readings come up, I'm like, is this even possible? But then someone will always contact me and say, this is exactly what I needed to know. And I just had that happen because I did a reading, and it was like someone that seemed to have like at least 5 other wives. And then someone pointed out in the comments that there was someone like that in Vancouver, Canada, that was married to 5 different people. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I'm going to post this and I'm going to clarify it now for those of you who want clarification. I'm using my Oracle, Tales from the Vector, TAILS, from the Vector, and I have a website, talesfromthevector.com. I'm an artist, and I've done a lot of different paintings, 64 of them, for this Oracle, and now I'm getting it ready to put out there. It's been out and about at my seminars and that over the years, because but I didn't have all the paintings done then, and then in 2020 I completed all the paintings, and this is the first time I've had time to really dedicate to working on my YouTube channel. So that's what I'm doing now, and I'm gathering information with the cards being put in action. So there, now the cards are ready. They're saying this is what we want. Okay, so we have in the description box below, I will put them in the order they show up here, so you'll know which ones to look for. So the card that's wanting to come out is denial. What I don't know won't hurt me. So I'm getting, it's almost like an energy of an arranged marriage, that kind of energy, and she's ducking out before it happens, and it could be that kind of energy. And then we have destruction. These are 2 tactics basically. And so I'm just feeling this energy of someone having a small window, like it, and it may not be as dramatic as like, something physical, but she has, and sometimes this also could be the kind of energy of someone who's maybe in a situation with domestic violence, and they are doing their best to find the courage to leave a situation that's not good for them, that's detrimental to them. And so the Hermit is representing when you've been through the dark night of the soul and you realize, like, I'm not living like this, I want my freedom. And this is like a lot of that energy is a mental prison. And so this is going to the top of the mountain and conferring with God, so that you can know, okay, what's the next steps to take. And that's what she's done here. This could be a she or a he. This is talking about pride. all or nothing, hear me roar. So I feel like people are trying to persuade her to do this, and everybody in her family is, trying to make her do this or make her stay with the person that she doesn't want to stay with. That is something to do with that kind of energy. We have the Chariot on the Chariot. So this is saying on a spiritual level and on a physical level, she's already implemented a plan, and she's already moving forward with that plan. Manifesting. So this is talking about wanting to manifest what she wants on earth, not in this star energy, not on what everybody else wants. And look at this, we have the Devil energy here again. And so we have it here and we have it here. But here, here's the, like, she had to make that, this is what this is saying, is she had to make a choice. Is she going to go with with the path of the Emperor, or is she going to go with the path of God? And so this is the back and forth struggle between that. So let's see what card comes up on top of this time. Jealousy. She'd rather be better than bitter. Oh, there's some sort of sibling rivalry too. Interesting. So there's some sort of energy here that, wow. So she's made this choice that she's leaving. Oh, and maybe she has a sibling that's jealous, that doesn't have the courage to do the same, or that already made that decision before her to stick around and is now like more trapped in the situation. I feel it's that kind of energy. Wow, whatever this is, it's very challenging. And we have the Hierophant here. So the Hierophant is traditional structure, and I feel in this case, whatever the traditional structure is in the family, whatever this is, this energy, she's bucking the tradition of the religion or the culture or whatever this is. It's very challenging energy, but it takes someone very, very brave to make a choice like this. It's because a lot of times, like it's in leaving a religious, there's some religions out there where if you don't do what the rest of the church does, they ostracize you, and you're just like, nobody in your family is allowed to talk to you again. That kind of energy. And I feel that's what the decision that she's making. It's not so much on a physical level, but it may be partly physical for, there could be more than one. That's why I'm picking up different scenarios. But definitely, once she makes this decision, there will be no turning back. Once it's made, and she'll be on her own. No one in the family is going to help her. If she makes this decision. That's that. And I feel like it's kind of like a cultural or a religious energy. And I can think of several religions right now. I'm not going to bother naming them because I don't know which ones they are. And if it is a religious situation, then you know what religion it is. But there's several religions where if you don't follow exactly what you're supposed to and what everybody else is doing, they just cut you off. They just don't treat you. You're not meant. You're the black sheep of the family, and you're not allowed to speak to that person ever again if they leave the religion. And I feel like this is kind of because the Hierophant is here. And the Hierophant is responsible for taking what's from the spiritual realm. And if you're belonging to some sort of church energy, this would be someone at the top in charge of that church. The rules that are in that ideology, that cult, that church, that religion, whatever this is, once you make that decision, everybody that is in the family, all your like distant relatives and close, and your first family, even if you're married, everybody will just quit talking to you. And so that's the decision that this person is making. So it's a very brave decision, and so wishing you all the best, whoever you are. And yeah, give this a like and comment if you have received some benefit from this. This is talking about a very sad situation when it comes down to this, but it's also speaking a lot about the bravery of someone who wants to be sovereign and you know, freedom. All right, this is kind of a sad one, but if you have enjoyed it, give it a like and comment, and also consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy of the channel, and whoever this is involving on both sides of the equation, because it's a big thing here. You know, lots of love to you and a big energetic hug. All right, bye for now.